Good afternoon. Welcome once again to the Up Waiting.
Just take from the top.
One second. All right, Timmy, let's do the 1-2 again. Sorry.
Nah, let's keep all that. This is good.
Good afternoon. Welcome once again to the Uplifting Waiting Room podcast. You're here again with your girl Mina. Thanks for joining. If you're a new subscriber to this channel, please subscribe, share, like, and notify for your notification to go up, and then you'll get alerts on new episodes. If you're a returning viewer, thank you once again for joining us on this Uplifting Waiting Room podcast. We're just going to go around the room for everyone to introduce themselves because we got a very hot topic today. This is the topic where it's going to bring a lot of controversy, so let's just have fun with it. So if we could just introduce ourselves going around the room.
Hey, I'm Johnny. Nice to be on the podcast. I'm excited to see what we're going to talk about.
Hi, I'm Lily. Thank you for having me.
What's up, guys? It's Lucas.
You already know who it is. It's your boy D.
It's Brittany. Hi.
Dior, Big Black Dangerous.
Wait.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Alright.
I told you he's
We are
feeling
different.
zesty today.
You're
He's
That's-
feeling really
Nah,
zesty.
Come on, time out.
It's
Time
not-
out.
it's
It's
not
not
zesty.
zesty. Me
It's
call
not-
myself Big Black
It's not
Dangerous.
zesty.
That's
Wait,
it.
It's not
so-
zesty.
It's not
So-
zesty
Last
like
D
that.
was
Nah,
crazy.
yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Black Dangerous.
It sounds like
Black
a search
Dangerous.
word.
You know,
I thought you was yours.
I will
Dior,
say,
Big
I
Black
will
Dangerous.
say, this is why this is uplifting. If anybody's having a bad day, that last introduction,
Bro,
big
what?
black and zesty. That's a
And
great
zesty.
one.
Hold up. Hey, yo. Far from it. Far from it. Hell no. It's Big Black Dangerous. Not zesty.
Okay,
Get that shit out of here.
he's dangerous.
Get it out of here. Far from it.
Well, he's
Well, it's
dangerous, but that's good. That's good because he's gonna be dangerous today. Because this conversation we're about to have is gonna be very dangerous. But I'm not gonna just focus on you, Big Blackie. Thank you. I must say that before we go into the topic, we do have the 401 selectives.
Yeah,
You know what's
we
up
out
with it,
here,
guys.
you
So
know?
they're doing their podcast. Their video will be dropping. They'll let us know when their drop date is. So
Stay
thank
tuned,
you for
guys.
having
Stay tuned.
having
Early
you guys
next
being
month,
here
stop
today.
playing.
Thank you. So moving forward, we are gonna talk about love. Yes, that's a deep one. Love. We're gonna talk about real love versus fake love. Like I said, male against females. But it's not gonna be a competition,
It is.
okay?
This shit's going to be.
Because every
No,
time you
Paul's
talk about
right.
It's
every
not a
time
competition,
every time you
guys.
talk
Come
about
on.
love, no, it's not because females look at love differently, men look at love differently. So we're gonna talk about love. Who wants to jump into that?
Mr. Mike Lyre.
Alright, since it's my topic, I mean, I guess, right? So,
Yeah, I know.
what really-
Well, before you
first
jump
of-
in,
first
why
of
did
all-
you want to talk about love?
No, to be honest, because I got my boys right here. Me and him's in a relationship, but
Oh.
he's not. You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with
No,
that?
no.
What's
Listen,
wrong with that?
listen,
He's talking about
relax,
something, but he's
relax,
not.
relax. But the real reason is just like, it's not also just like relationship love. It's also family love.
Mm-hmm.
It's also friends love. It's all different types of love.
Yeah.
But the reason why I really chose this is just like so we can all understand how everybody else's perspective is on their love, not in their relationships, like family, friends, whatever it is, how they really feel like. Do they have people that they really feel like do love them, or do they feel like it's just fake love? They just want to stick around for what you got.
He has fake love for me. We gonna get into that.
I-
Me and talk about it
Oh
earlier.
my
We'll get
God.
into
I
that.
think that's deep because you said something that was very important. There are different types of love.
Yeah.
You are right. There are 4 different types of love. Okay, and those 4 different types of love is you have the eros, which is erotic love. You have the agape love. You have the sturge love and the philia love. So you did jump across some things when it comes to love, and I think nowadays in our society is that people always say, "Oh, I love this person." They see someone like, "Oh, I love him," or "I love her," and a lot of times it's that erotic love, that intense feeling you get
Yeah.
inside. So when you mention fake love, real love, but let's break it down because love is such a broad thing, and you talk about friendship love, which is like that friendship love. You have that family love, but which one of those love really touches you that you really want to talk about?
That was a good one. To be honest, I feel like the friends one is really a strong one to really talk about, just because of the fact like that we all like have these people that surround us. Like I got him, got her, like everybody, and it's just like, but you don't really know who really is down for you and really support you till you see it constantly on a daily. You don't even have to see it on a daily, but like the people that check up on you here and there, making sure you're good, this, that, and the third. Like not a lot of people have that, but they also hang around a big group of people. But it doesn't mean that that big group of people is their friends. They're just like, say he has a house party, there'll be a lot of people here.
Yeah.
But it's not for him. They're just here because they heard it's a party. That's not really real love, because you're just coming just because like,
For a vibe,
yeah,
good time.
just a good
Temporary.
time and a vibe with other people. But like, hey guys, I'm having a party. Like if I have a party, I make sure I invite my friends before I invite anybody else, because at the end of the day, it's just like, it's all about friends. It's all about family. That's what real love is.
Yeah.
But like, at the same time, there's a lot of people that can switch on you. There's a lot of people that don't care about you, talk down on your name, do all that, and still be in that same circle as you.
Yeah,
You
that
also
is
have
true.
to think about that.
That's that fake love right there.
And bully.
So that's what we want. Like I said, love is it's not superficial.
Yeah.
I would say this: love is not superficial; it's deeper. And most of the time, people just do it on a superficial level. And there's that worldly love, and that godly love. If you don't know, if you're gonna love from the worldly perspective, there's always a time limit,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. If you want to know unconditional love, first of all, not to bring religion, but you have to know what does it mean to love, because I mean, like if we go in, not to stop preaching or anything,
No, yeah, for sure.
but when you go in, it's like God loved us first. So if God loved us first, and that unconditional love, we're not gonna know what unconditional love is, because we wanted love for a limit, on a time frame. Because if somebody do you wrong, you'd be like, okay, I ain't messing with that person no more. I'm done. That unconditional love is that person's gonna be there for you no matter what. Even if you do something wrong and you piss that person off, they'll still be there for you. That's that unconditional love.
Sure.
It goes deeper. So, but let's go around the room, because I know there's a lot of people got their perspective.
No, I feel like back to that unconditional love. I just feel like kids hold the most unconditional love, because no matter what you do, they still look at you as the hero.
Mhm.
So anybody can leave a relationship. Anybody can say fuck it,
And
let's
see,
go.
You say that about unconditional love, but I have worked in environments where these kids have been traumatized by their parents, and they're to the point where they're despised, and they despise their parents. Like they don't want to see the parents, see their parents' name, none of that. So I cannot really say it for kids.
But if you raise a kid with love, there's
if you
gonna
do, yeah, but that's
You
but
ain't
that's
gotta
what he
be a
said.
parent. You could just be that
But
individual.
that's what I'm trying to get at. You trying to say like love's unconditional kids. Where I feel like with love there's always some type of condition behind it. There's nothing as unconditional love in my eyes, anyways. You always see something in that person that you want out of them. There's always some type of reason why you love that person, not just I'm just here just because I genuinely love you. That doesn't make no sense.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
There is something as unconditional love, but the reason why a lot of people don't see unconditional love, because of the world we live in, society plays a big part, and there's always condition to it. So some people will never know what unconditional love is, because like you mentioned, you work with a lot of kids with behavioral stuff. It always starts from the foundation. And in the beginning, when you have kids, you're their hero, but then when they start getting older, they start having their own mindset. When you tell them one thing and they don't agree with it, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm trying to teach you the best way, but you're going this way. Are you still gonna love them?
Yeah.
But you say but some parents, once their kids don't do what they want, they're done.
Exactly.
And you see there's a lot of kids out there who don't have a good relationship with their parents.
That's
because
the way. That's why you gotta raise the kids with love. Like start when they're small, so they can trust you to guide them, so they can be open enough to talk to you.
And what if you do give all the love you could to a kid, and they grow up and go contrary to the way you want them to go?
But at the end of the day, they still love you no matter what.
Okay, you said love you no matter what, but yet they're now because of your belief and their belief. There, you guys are two opposite, belief, right? Now living on the other side of the whole America,
No, so you gotta
really,
try to,
really hitting you up, not reaching
but
out,
that's
not
why you gotta
talking.
try to understand. Like, have your child talk to you, understand why.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's why you're still going with the foundational love. You gotta implement that. Which I agree.
No, I'm
with you
talking about like when
saying
they're
that.
older,
I'm
18,
saying
19,
as
20,
they're-
21, 22,
yeah,
doesn't matter.
As
That's,
the older and
you try to understand them.
I got you on that part, but
Okay.
as the older, right? And you gotta see like your two worldviews not colliding. You might try to be the bigger person because you genuinely do love your kid. By the end of the day, just because your kid, because the way how he's operating, he like now I can never see eye to eye with you because you're a piece of shit. Like this is what you stand for. This is your value. I don't want to do. Have nothing to do with you. You cannot really control that at the end of the day. Sometimes you just gotta let shit fall.
It's
play
gonna
how it
fall
play.
apart, but you still have love in your heart for your kid, no matter what.
I wouldn't say that.
If my kid's literally like he disses stuff away from me just because of my belief and he's had no contact with me at all.
So if something
I'm gonna
happened,
stay here and be like, yeah, I still love you.
God forbid, if your son would have, or if you do have a son and he gets into a car accident, the first thing you gonna do, your heart gonna ache, right or wrong.
How close am I with that kid?
Even if y'all ain't talking,
How close am I with that kid?
Doesn't matter
You
how
guys-
close you are with your kid, bro. At the
end of the day, if your kid gets
your
in,
kid wants to get into any serious trouble or get into any serious pain, you're gonna tell me you're not gonna be there for your kid.
you gonna feel that in your heart.
No matter how much you got into bickerments, fights, all them shits, you really not gonna be there for your kid?
I'm a very petty individual.
Doesn't matter. But at the end, no.
Yeah.
So wait,
That's the type of-
No, we're not coming
wait
at
a minute.
you.
Wait.
We're not coming
let
at
me,
you.
let me just say like this. That's what I said earlier before we started. I'm like this conversation of love, it gets heated. It's deep because listen. When it comes to love, I mentioned it earlier. It's not superficial. It's deeper. Now when we go back, there's 4 different types of love, and now we're talking about a parent and a kid relationship. The reason why I say it gets deeper, and the reason why I mentioned that earlier, is because if a parent doesn't know how to love, how are they gonna show love to their kids? If they weren't raised, because there's so many situations when it comes to love, it's a cultural thing, it's a societal thing. You gotta look at that because cultures are different. So love is so broad, you gotta take into consideration, okay, from the foundation, how was this person brought up? There are some families with some kids, they don't say I love you to their back and forth because that's not how they were brought up. So now we talk about love, what are you gonna show? You're not gonna continue with the generational stuff. You gotta start to break some curses. So let's get some other views in this room.
Facts, guys.
Because
Let me see John try to jump in. Let me be quiet.
let's get a female view, then we get another male view because
Yeah, go
yes,
ahead,
I know I've been talking.
No, it's fine. I just want to get back to the actual question because it was from like friends and then it went into kids. So I'm just like,
Yes.
speak about it.
You speak on whatever you feel.
I just think like I mentioned earlier, I just think when it comes to the topic of love is such a broad discussion, and there's 4 different types of love. So if we want to break it down, we talked about friends and kids. So we talk about 2 different type of love, which is the Phila and the Sturgeon love, right? But and then we haven't gotten to the eros, which is that erotic love. You see someone, you're into them. But one thing, we're going back and forth. We're talking about those three loves, but we haven't gotten to what agape love is.
Is that spiritual?
That's more like an unconditional love for everybody, and it's more so. In your view, from your perspective, what you've heard, the back and forth, when it comes to love, how do you look at love? Just say on a general. How would you look at love?
The word that's really coming up for me is unconditional,
Mm-hmm.
but there's like different departments in like friends and like family, your kids, or
You
just like
choose
a
one.
random like stranger. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's more of like a time process where you have to develop that
Mm-hmm.
and go through like the trials and tribulations to see if that's actual like true or not.
Yep.
So I'm a person that takes my time when it comes to like knowing someone, or if like this person right here, like I've been with for 8 years, like I have unconditional love for him. I have unconditional love for my main people that I knew from like high school, but like a person that I'm meeting at like a random job or whatever, it's time. You gotta take time.
Mhm. That is true. Johnny.
The same question.
Yeah, like your perspective. Yeah, I know.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna go to a different
yeah,
question.
Your perspective on
My
love.
perspective of love, honestly, always had like a issue trying to understand what love was growing up.
Mhm.
Cause me growing up, I guess you can call myself a bit like of a hopeless romantic. I used to watch a lot of things growing up and get into like shows and movies about
I think everybody in this room.
about relationships.
Don't feel bad. Everybody in this
And
room has. Yeah.
I would see these people fall in love and the way they would feel for each other and things they would do for each other.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I would love to feel something like that. You know, I would love to know exactly what that feels like. And I've been through like a lot of situationships, you know.
Yeah.
Situation.
That's what.
Hey,
My
that's
boy
what-
Johnny was a menace in the day.
Shit.
He was a menace back in the day. Let him be. He went through some situations.
Back in the day, this man
Why
said
y'all
he's.
interrupting me?
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Hard right now.
Go ahead,
Shit, my
John.
boy.
So yeah, I've been through a lot of situationships, and I would be in these moments where I would like this girl, and everything was going perfect. And right when I got what I wanted, I'm just like, is this what I'm supposed to feel? It doesn't feel like how it was displayed in media and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's not what I wanted, you know. And then when it came to my ex, like I ended up dating her, and pretty much like throughout the relationship, I really liked her. I really did. But I'm just like, do I love her? You know, is this feeling that I feel for her is something more than what other people feel for each other? And it took me a while to really kind of come and grasp with the fact that I knew I loved her. You know, it took a while for me to say something like that. And pretty much, yeah, it was. Oh, I'm blanking out right now.
Keep going, bro.
You can tell, like,
Nah,
it's-
keep
it's
going,
really- it's
keep
really
going,
good.
keep
No,
going.
it's-
Don't-
Nah, it's tugging him right now.
Yeah.
It's tugging at his chest. So let
Keep
him
going, bro. Keep going.
Yeah,
Chill.
let him get his talk together.
Yeah, so like we were together for like 6 months, and then we ended up breaking up,
Mhm.
and we ended up getting back up together a year after.
Yeah.
And this time, the time that we took apart, I realized what I felt for her. You know, I realized that what I had with her was something special, but my idea of what I thought it would be like was not matching with what real life was. And when we got back together, like everything was different. I'm just like, wow, like what I feel for her is just something I've never felt before. That I like when I think of my future, like I see her, I see what's gonna happen, like the family we'll build and stuff like that. And yeah, obviously she's my ex now, so that didn't work out. But I would say,
Yeah.
Johnny, you were talking a good thing. I was like,
Yeah,
wait, I'm
yeah,
getting into it.
yeah.
back together.
Yeah, I was getting into it. But, you know.
The way how he tells that she's my ex in there, yo.
Last question.
Yo.
You have a question?
I just wanted to say, like, you know, what exactly, you know, what did she portray or show that got you feeling like, yeah, I really do love this girl? Like you said, you feel like, you know, you've been with her for a while, so you know her. But like, in my opinion, I feel like love always got some type of condition. So what did she do or show you to feel like, damn, I really do, you know, have feelings for this person, like more just like them than average, like anybody else? I want to throw that love title on them.
like honestly, she like put 100% effort into our relationship.
That's
She
a
did
fact.
everything. Like I honestly like we'll wake up. She'll wake up extra early to make me food before I went to work. She would like write essays or love notes expressing how much she loved me, like constantly always asking how am I feeling, like are you feeling good right now, am I giving you enough love, should I give you less or more, pretty much trying to be considerate about what my needs and what I need and trying to give it to me, you know, and knowing when to dial back and when to give more. And meeting someone like that, I've never met someone so considerate, you know, and like when I really saw that, because at the beginning I didn't see it, you know, I was pretty blind to it. But like when we got back together, like that's when I really noticed like how amazing of a person she was and how much she really did love me. Because someone to do something like that, like I would think it has to be love, you know.
Okay.
So that's.
So she pretty much was like a perfect anime girlfriend, huh? Like the thing we see all like.
Why she gotta be anime?
No, the reason why I'm saying anime because I'm a huge advocate for anime. I watch anime a lot, and what he's literally what he
Nah, that's what you put me on to last night.
Seeing in numerous anime. That's why I'm not trying to say she's an anime girl, but like I'm trying to put
Your
give a nice
type
little
of
comparison.
analogy of how you
Yeah,
see his
yeah,
perspective,
she's
yeah.
a perfect
So-
anime girl.
So here's my question.
Hell's
Second time
Paradise
around,
last night, I
'cause this
finished
you said something that's good, right? Second time around, what, if you don't mind me asking, why did it not work out? Because it seems like she was doing everything and wished that, you know, that made you like, wow, this is different? You don't have to go deep into details, but was there something that came up that you saw that she
So
wasn't the
it
one?
was more towards like my issues.
Yeah.
It was pretty much my fault, you know. Like I guess like when I'm deep into somebody, they're very easy to trigger me. You know, I get very like it's hard to describe like how I feel when I'm with someone that I really love. You
Mhm.
know, pretty much. I guess I get easily upset when I feel neglected and stuff like that. And I get in these moods where like I'll snap and just get very angry
Mhm.
and just like 5 minutes of pure anger where I feel like, oh, this person hates me, doesn't care about me.
Mhm.
But like, and then I would snap back and I'll be like, oh damn, I was an asshole throughout that 5 minutes, and it was an ongoing situation. So like to put in more like context of what that is, pretty much like I have like borderline personality disorder
Mhm.
type thing, and it's pretty much an issue that I've been working on, and it's a big part of like why we broke up. Because as much as she loved me,
Yeah.
like there's only so much she could handle with my issues,
Mhm.
and that pretty much ever since I broke up, I've really been like kind of focusing on like self growth and fixing that part of myself. You know,
I feel like my boy had
Thank
grown up a lot though. Like he
Yeah.
got the drip now, the shoes, everything. He grew up a lot. You know?
Thank you for sharing that. Because
Nah, I appreciate that,
yeah.
Johnny. No bullshit.
that's good because you know what? A lot of times people are not accountable for that, and
Yeah.
people and in the society we live in, men are not supposed to be vulnerable or show their emotions. And I think that's like a lot of problems because there are some stuff men are going through, like serious stuff when it comes to mental health. You know, you're not supposed to show your emotions, which I think that's wrong. It's good that you're coming out. You're vulnerable. This is like a safe space, and you're putting it out there, and you're saying, "Hey, you know, I have this borderline personality stuff, and it wasn't her, it was me." Whereas someone else would be like, they wouldn't, they would be guarded to say that because
Yeah.
they don't want to be looked as in a certain way. So when it comes to love, um, yes, there is unconditional and conditional love, and I'll go back to this. You can't give what you don't have. You can't love someone when you don't know how to love. We all, each and every one of us, have to go through some personal stuff. You have to know what your weakness is. You have to know what love is. And you mentioned the movies. That's all like stuff you see on TV. Like, oh wow, that's nice. That's so nice. You know, they got together.
I pull it out.
Yeah, and they go.
I'm the type of person, but that's fake.
No, but
Love's not like that.
no,
I don't know.
love is.
You gotta
fairy
argue,
tale.
you
It's
gotta
not a
fight, you
fairy
gotta
tale.
work
You
hard.
gotta work at
Yeah.
it. And I always go back to it, and people always, you know, people always want to argue about religion, and it's not about religion. It's love. You got the physical aspect of love, and you got the spiritual aspect of love. And even the Bible, I know you want to say something. There's First Corinthians 13 that talks about what love is, and when you read that, love isn't about all like the what. It's all about serving each other. And if you can't get that, like I said, it's worldly love. Your love, like according to the word, was there's a time limit, and that's a lot of times like Dior's like I don't believe in unconditional love, because it's hard to see like you're in that smoke. It's like where is it? Where is it? Like what is unconditional love? But go ahead.
Especially if you haven't received it.
No, I was gonna say the thing that my girlfriend taught me is we all grow.
Mhm.
We all grow as a person. I'm changing, you're changing, and it's just trying to figure out how we change together and
Elevate. I feel you on that.
elevate each other, and that just stuck with me.
Yeah.
And also, it's very uncomfortable. It's not supposed to be easy at all. Like, it's not supposed to be like a walk in the park. It's supposed
Nope.
to be learning the lesson and changing. And if there's supposed to be a repetitive moment,
Mhm.
communication, and just working on it. And if it's not there, then it's not.
Yeah, it is. And you can't have, and I would say you can't have two broken people coming in a relationship. Because if you're both already broken, it's like now you're just codependent on one another because you don't want to address what your issue is, and that other person doesn't want to address what their issue is. So they mask that, and they're like, okay, yeah, we're in a relationship, but then they're having this toxic relationship, but they keep on making these excuses. Well, it's because of that, but it's like sometimes people don't want to take that step back and be like, okay, what's going on with me? Nobody wants to look in the mirror and say, okay, what's my issue? Like, what am I going through? Even the best people out there, you see all these motivational speakers or these they got their stuff. Don't think like everybody has this stuff. Even
and that's
even
why we
being
try to
this
keep
podcast,
it real on every channel. You know, what
I
I'm
try to
saying?
keep it real because I've gone through my stuff, and there's time where I have to sit back and be like, okay, I have to work on me. You gotta love yourself first before you can love anybody. Before you can give love to anybody. But if it's like, okay, I'm going through my stuff and you expect that person to show you love when you got your stuff going, it's not gonna work.
Fix.
So go ahead. Who else wants to jump in?
Yeah, Brittany, we in here. Nothing from you. Yeah, let's hear
Time
something.
to go in. What do you want me to talk about?
Oh, you just talk about everything. I think I'd be talking too much. I only have somebody else talk. I'm just
What
gonna
was the
sit
next
here and
Are we
listen.
going to the next topic? Or Wait, can I explain a story?
Oh yes, go right ahead.
So I had a best friend, and this person I really, really, really love. I made this person the godfather of my child,
Mm.
and I don't know. I was the one to actually realize because after you said broken people, I was broken at the time. I just had given birth, postpartum, all that. I wasn't stable. I was just trying to be to my job, make my money, be to my family.
Yeah.
And then after making this person the godfather of my child, he entered my life like that. Was going to Providence College at the time, and just wanted me to just be around him all the time until I figured out that he has like a broken part within him, and I realized that every time we kept getting together, he put all his stuff onto me, saying that I'm the bad friend. I'm doing this and that when I'm checking up on him. I allow myself to like step out of my family's way. My child's like 4 months to go chill with him, to give him his needs, and yeah, it just didn't work out because he wasn't liking how that person was making me feel, nor wasn't like my like situation of my depression any better. So I got to like realize that that wasn't a good relationship, even though I had so much love for that person. I met him through my church days.
Okay.
And I realized that he was broken and that couldn't continue anymore because if we wanted to see each other grow and our spiritual love for God and just in our own relationship, it just couldn't continue to go longer because it wasn't providing any type of like positivity in my life. So I just cut it down.
Yeah.
Alright, I want to ask a quick question. You guys are talking about in order to experience love, in order to give love to somebody, you have to like understand what love is exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you go about knowing love? Because I have yet to even experience or even have a hint of, oh, I love this person. The only time I ever said I love somebody is when I got peer pressured by my ex-girlfriend because she said it to me first and I didn't feel an asshole.
Wait. How'd you
Take
feel?
your time.
How'd you feel pressured into that just because she said it? You felt like you had to say it?
Because every time go, she's like, bye, I love you. I like, yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Then every time it's like, bye, I love you. Like, it got to a point where I'm like, damn, if I don't say it back now,
So how long?
we're going to keep saying this and I'm going to feel the ass if I don't say it back.
How long has it been? Like, how long was it?
We was together for like 7-8 months, and then I can like after that's when I said I love you word, even though I didn't mean it. It made her like smile. She was happy as hell, but deep down now she started doing more shit, and I just like she started being more clingy, and just I was like, damn, I'm not really feeling this now. I just built on that. So in my opinion, like, what do you guys really do to know, like, to give that person that undying love?
You gotta heal yourself first.
You gotta take care of yourself.
I don't think I'm broken necessarily.
It's
Like,
not-
I don't know exactly what I
It's
need.
not.
That's-
It's not even
that's
that.
the question for you to ask,
Remember
bro.
what you said
I
earlier?
gotta ask this question. I don't know.
No,
Look,
not for you
remember-
to ask yourself. And
Remember
just
what
think
you
about
said
it.
earlier when we was talking about family love and mom and dad shit, right? And then you was just like, I don't have that. I didn't receive that. That's why you can't say I love you to another person. That's why you can't
That's why I
feel
said
like
what he's
you
been
can
through.
feel you can
I,
see
I,
yourself.
I just said like love you too, like as friend love.
No,
but you say,
I
like,
understand
No,
that, but
no,
then
no.
this is me saying like in a relationship type. This is why you don't feel like you can say like you can settle down with someone or feel like you can look a female in her face and say I love you because you was never told I love you.
So how do I go about fixing that problem?
You gotta heal
You
yourself.
have to heal yourself. You listen. By the way, you
There's not
listen.
a
You
like
it's not.
every day.
I want to know
It's
how
not-
do I heal myself.
Nah,
Listen,
'cause
I'm gonna
remember-
explain. The people that you have that problem with,
You gotta
is what
confront them.
You're gonna have to heal yourself with. It's the people that didn't show you that love, so you feel like you can build on that love. So if it's your parents, if it's friends, you have to let it be known
But don't be
because
like me,
you can't
bro.
hold it in.
Don't
You
do
can't
what I
hold
did.
it in and have that deep down hate about somebody from years ago, about your mama, your pops. Bro, I've had situations with my parents, but that's not gonna turn me the way I am towards my daughter just because I didn't get I love you to my mom and my dad.
Mhm.
That's not gonna be the same way I tell her I love you every single night before we go to bed every morning. That my parents is not. Yo, we can say our parents is it's their fault. We're the way we are,
we
but at
gotta
the same
change that.
time, we're growing on our own and we're building ourselves every single step of the way, with or without our parents. So you always have to think. You really always have to think about like the people that you surround yourself with, and the people that really stuck by. That's who you really love, because those are the people that ain't never turned their back on you. So now you
Don't
look.
ever throw that thing at me. You know, I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you.
Does that make sense?
He does got a valid point. I do understand where he's coming from, but I feel like that's gonna take me a while to.
I have a good-
And
Okay,
yo,
it does.
You don't have to.
It
You don't
does.
have to pressure yourself
Into
to
doing
feel like
it.
yo. You got to talk to yo. It could take you a year, 2 years from now. Don't have to
More
be
than that.
right
Let it
now.
happen naturally.
Let it just come to you. That's what it has
I
to
don't
be.
know, but see, you say like go to that person and talk to them. I feel like I have open conversations with my mom. Like me and my mom, we had a conversation where I really don't.
No,
have
like,
a
you got-
conversation with her.
Nah, like you literally
can
gotta
have-
sit her down as a grown man and be like, yo,
I have like literally.
no, like you gotta make her not like force her to understand.
As
But
you told your mom you loved her and she said she loved you.
No,
back,
not
or
that,
vice
like-
I
versa?
literally saw my. I remember. There was a time because I knew I never heard her saying this word, so I tried out like bye mom, have a good day, love you. Didn't get it back. Then I brought it up to her like, yo, damn. You never gonna say I love you back. I literally put her on the spot at that point. Like, dang, you never gonna say I love you back. I've been saying this shit for how long? Like, never gonna say like, shit, don't worry about it. You know I love you. That like, but damn, I never heard that shit. So in my opinion, I don't know they love me.
It's
So-
hurt.
Did
It's
so
hurt
now
for
I
you.
really
she was
just-
a child?
that's how you
Yeah, that's the
gotta.
thing.
How
You have
was
to
your
think about your
parents'
moms.
I mean, again, at the time, maybe I don't fucking know how she was raised. To be honest with you, I didn't know how I was raised. I came here when it was war time, so we really didn't have that time to nurture love. Treat me as a little kid. I had to grow up faster than everybody else. Because the fact is,
That's why you have that
time.
mindset
That's
that you
what
Like,
it
have
I
is.
came
because
here,
you
like, I
rushed.
literally had to, like, be on books, be on my shit, help my mom was starving or struggling. I gotta, like,
So there was no
at
time
age
for
of, like, 11, 12 years old, I Bivcat, getting summer jobs, like, take care of myself to go to school the next day. To go get clothes and books to go to school
And it's
the next
like
semester.
that. And
It's like that.
And then,
You
like,
really
I-
have to.
But
just
you gotta
look
make
at-
her understand your pain.
You
bro.
can't beat yourself up.
But
or
just
hold
don't do what I
anything
did.
back just because of other people. You can't be like, yo, I can't talk to this person just because we don't have a good connection. Fuck that good connection, bro. There's been plenty of times that I have good connections with people, but I felt like I had to be the bigger person. Just be like, yo, bro. At the end of the day, I love you. You don't love me, but I'm letting you know I love you, because at the end of the day, you don't know if I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
That's what let it be known.
Yeah, you also have to
Like
let it
Young
be
Dolph
known.
said, love them while they're here.
Yeah, but you're gonna love them more when they're gone.
Fendi.
Glad you can't let it be a cycle, man. Just like how she said, like, for all you know, maybe your mom went through the same thing as a child with her parents, and that's why she is the way she is with you. So don't be the way she was with you
Oh,
with your child.
like I said, I'm not trying to make a cycle. That's why I'm trying to find ways of how we fix that. So I'm asking you guys healing tips because
Believe it or
honestly, I
not,
don't know nothing about fixing
if
this.
talking to your mom is not gonna fix it, a lot of people might not agree with this, but therapy really does work. You know?
Yo, meditate,
if you talk
bro.
to somebody,
Meditate.
meditating,
I do
or
meditate.
Meditates the no
Nah,
no
nah,
no
not
no
that
no
meditate.
listen
Yeah, I
I'm
know
gonna tell
what
you
you're
I'm gonna
talking
tell you something, bro. I just recently started doing this. Like, I started doing this probably like a month and a half back, when I started feeling like, bro, like I need to separate myself from people. I don't even gotta roll up or nothing. I literally sit there, I close my eyes, and I think about the special times that I've had in my life, because at the end of the day, you gotta know that like your life is precious. You have to sit there and just think on it. You don't need weed. You don't need no bottles. You don't need none of that to really sit down and really reminisce on your life. If you really love yourself, just yourself, not anybody else around you, you really take that time. You'll take an hour out of your day, just sit there alone by yourself.
Happy memories do I even have?
Huh? You're gonna say you
Bro,
don't
are
have
you
no
da-
happy memories.
bro.
You don't have no positive
Florida,
memories.
You said I won the
Miami.
championship.
Florida, Miami.
Nah, yeah, you have the
Florida, that's fun, but like
That's
was
still
I-
a
was I
happy
really
memory,
happy?
bro. That's still a
it's
happy
fun.
memory.
You
It's
gotta-
fun
you
and
gotta-
happy is two different
You
things.
gotta,
No,
you gotta
fun and
remember.
happy is
Yeah,
two
you
different
gotta,
things,
you gotta
bro.
remember
I can
one
have
thing.
fun. I got
Exactly.
memory of me having fun
Fun
and
is
chilling with my
temporary.
So, okay,
Happiness
so-
is
Like
just
happy.
like
So
spend,
you
it's
have
like
never
time
had a
spent
happy
with
memory.
family and shit like that. That's what happiness is.
So,
It's like
so fully like sit back like yeah, I was generally happy at this moment in my life. I could not recall one. I had lots of fun memories. Don't get me wrong. I had lots of fun with me chilling with my boys, relaxing, doing lots of goofball shit.
but you can also think
But
about
am I
that
really
too.
happy.
Then that's your challenge.
I don't know.
Well, what he's trying to
Challenge
what he's trying to say is like when it comes to a lot of emotional hurt
Yeah.
and trauma from the beginning, it's hard for people to let go. Like, it's easy to say, you know, you can do this, you can do that, you can try this, but everybody processes things differently.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah, he has the trips that he went on, hanging with you guys and stuff. But you're saying, yeah, it was fun, but was I
Wasn't
truly
happy.
happy?
Yeah, he was.
So we're talking about this love thing. Like, how am I gonna know what love is, right? How is someone gonna know what love is if they never receive love? How they gonna give love, and what is there to look for it? Because we could be like, okay, someone can come in his life and give him all this love, but it may be based on condition. Or I'm gonna show him love because I want him to love me back. Or I'm gonna give him this because I want him to do this. And love has to be unconditional. And in order for he has to do his soul searching. Like you have to get to that point where it's hard. It's not easy. I'm not gonna tell you it's easy. It's that point of letting go. Again, like letting go of those traumas, letting go of why is our culture like why is our parents don't say I love you? Because I get where he's coming from. I didn't hear I love you when I was growing
No,
up.
facts.
I didn't hear that.
Facts. But
I
at the
didn't
end
hear
of the
that.
day, you can't hold on to that.
You
because
cannot.
I'm not
And what
holding
you
on to
have to do is what I said was when I started having kids, like I'm gonna do this differently.
Yeah.
I'm not going by how my parents did it or whatever the case may be. I have to do it different with my kids.
Yeah.
And with my kids, my girls, I say I love you to them. I hug them.
Every night.
How's your day going? We talk about that stuff. And that's why I said when it comes to love, it goes by a cultural thing too, because it's like if you don't have love, if you never got love, how are you gonna give love to your kids after you?
Exactly.
Like how are you gonna show that love? But also too, you have to be willing to be that difference. You have to be willing to break that generational curse. You can say, oh, you know what? I didn't hear it from my parents, so I can't. Yes, you have it in you. You have to set the stage where you're gonna do it, and then moving forward, someone else can do it. But in order for you to do it, you gotta recognize
It's
it.
so cringe though.
It is.
I
I know you. I know you. It's cringe. It's cringe because you've never heard it, so it's different. It's like foreign. It's like going to a foreign country and you don't speak their language, and they want you to speak like, what is this? I don't know. This is gibberish. What the heck is this? It's that whole love thing. What is love? But
we gotta get there.
And you gotta have positive people around you. I always say this. I'm gonna drop this, and like I said, I'm not trying to get all like spiritual or preaching. Number one, it's like we cannot love if we don't know God.
I feel that heavy, yo.
We cannot. And what is love? What is that unconditional love? I know I mentioned 1 Corinthians 13. It talks about what that love is, and when you read that, it talks about love isn't selfish. Love isn't boastful. Love does not think about himself. Love isn't self. You know what I mean? It goes into like it's about serving each other. I think nowadays with people, and with all due respect, people look at it differently because they're looking at that love as always like that. Oh, that lovey-dovey word. I mean, yeah, it's cute, but are you gonna love that person when the challenges come?
Yep.
When you go over those potholes and stuff, when things really start to happen, are you gonna love them?
That's a fact.
Those are stuff we can't always think about the happy moments because, like love, there are good times, there are some challenges, there's seasons to life. We all go through seasons, and we all here owe it to ourselves to like deal with those traumas. And if that means getting therapy, if that means talking to your friends about it, put it out there. Just don't keep it in. Don't be like, oh, I don't want them to look like I'm weak. Hey, if society want to say you're weak, you're not weak. You know what you're doing. You're fighting that challenge because you're one day closer to your healing.
Facts.
Just make sure you're talking to the right person about it.
Yeah, so you have to have positive people around you. If you're dealing with a bunch of people who don't even know what love is and try to tell you, oh no, you know what, she did that. Those are not positive people. You need positive people around you who are doing things. You need positive people who are going places. That's what I always say. Choose your friends. Be wise about who your friends
you gotta
are.
know yourself too. That's why when he was going through his little situation with his ex, I ain't gonna hold you. I was a terrible friend to comfort his ass because I didn't know how to fuck to comfort him at all. He used to ask me like, "Yo, what do I do about X, Y, and Z?" I like.
He was the wrong person.
I was legit.
I told him.
Words to me, bro. To ask is
He didn't help
Gladio.
my makeup at all either.
Because
I told you. I said I don't know what the fuck to do. The most thing I have for him, like, yo, what's my boy coming? I got you with a blunt. That's all I have for him. I could comfort him with the weed and all that other shit. But as far as me, like,
But why y'all
Ain't there-
so you're gonna tell me you sat there just smoked with him, didn't have a
no, we
conversation with him?
smoked. I was like, damn, my boy just
They talked
taking
about
my
anime.
offer. I
They
thought
talked
I
about
was just
anime.
taking my offer, or I try to bring up something, to change the topic. But as far as me, like, I'm really not good at comforting people. That's one thing. I'm not.
See, that's something.
When it comes to that sentiment.
So now we know that he's not a big
Don't hit me
black
with
teddy
that.
bear.
Yeah, you really-
That's why big black dangerous. There ain't no teddy bear, none of that. The dangerous at the end. Don't hit me with none of that soft shit.
I understand.
Zesty.
Fucking Christ.
Yo, I'm dying.
How do we know that it
Zesty.
still care?
How do you know?
How do we know that it still care?
Who though?
Like, friends, family, like the loved ones. How do we know that it still care for us?
They'll be there no matter what.
Yeah, that's the real thing. Like, you lose a family member, you lose something that you really care about. Like, you lost your job or anything, and there's people that's gonna be there. You're gonna see the people that really gonna stick by your side. Say you lose your job and you get kicked out your house.
Mhm.
You think he's gonna let you stay somewhere?
Can I say this?
Yeah.
So, if a person's in a hospital, right, and that person didn't reach out to them at all for a whole week, would you say they care for you?
You sound like that.
You sound like you bring it.
Nah. I
Let's
answer
bring
this.
it
I
to
will
the
answer.
podcast.
Let's bring it to the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Put it on the
Wait. All right. I was in the hospital and I had friends. You work?
Yeah, we're.
He wasn't there. He was working.
I
that
did
day.
85 hours this week.
The week that he was in the hospital. I'm not meaning to ask you
Everybody
hours.
you
The
like.
meaning he was in the hospital, how many
Yes.
hours did you work?
Wait, what?
The week he was in the hospital, how many hours did you work? That
Nah,
you
I
couldn't-
was in the hospital for a day.
So why you complaining?
It's not that. See, I'm not complaining. First of all, my shit is, as a friend, right? Like I posted on social media. I reached out to niggas like, yo, I'm in the hospital. Like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying, be careful and be up my ass.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, bro, what happened? You good? That's the only thing I want for anybody that ever.
We did that in the group
I'm not
chat.
saying you guys. This thing is generated to this motherfucker. It had nothing to do with you niggas.
So let's
Ask the question.
Wait.
Yeah, she asked the question. Can I answer it?
Can you say it a little louder though? Say it for the camera.
Did you
Wait,
reach
what?
out to him and say, hey, I'm in the hospital right now, this is what happened?
Yes or
did
no?
you just
Yes or
post
no?
it on
Can I
Snap?
talk?
Yes or no?
Can I
Just
talk?
see.
Can a nigga talk?
Okay, I'm just asking
I
my
know.
question.
I'm gonna get to it. I know we're going to. Let me get
Okay.
to
You
it.
That's
stop
how you know it's-
everybody
we'll
to
get
hear her
to it.
question to state.
Right.
What?
Let me
So
ask my
let-
question.
Alright, say it again. Say it again for the crowd.
Go ahead.
Say it for the people in the back.
Say it.
But then when you ask your question, it has to pertain to love because it seems like this is going off somewhere
Yeah,
else.
it is.
Yeah,
Lucky,
so
yeah.
let's just pretend it's
Nah,
to love.
but
Yeah, bro.
But it is kind of reverted back to love.
No.
Like, doing
How do we know
love.
they
No, but you
really
can't
care
say-
and then you
wait,
put your
no,
man's on
wait.
the spot because he ain't hit you
Wait
up
a-
for a
wait a
date?
He
minute.
didn't care.
Wait a minute.
That's what I'm trying to get at, because he didn't care.
No,
That's what I'm trying to
you're
Wait a
say.
minute.
You're
Wait a
I didn't
minute.
assume it.
Wait a
Let me
minute.
get. Can I hit the reason why? Like, and nigga,
Did you answer my question?
did I have a chance to?
Whoa.
She hit me with another question. Hit me with another question. So I had a chance to answer your question.
Wait. I didn't hit you with a question.
But
Wait a
all
minute.
that's it.
Your question was
I'll really
pretend.
answer right now. And then bitch jumped in.
How do you know they care? Go ahead.
Huh?
Because when you asked the question, you came out with another question.
No, the question is, how do you know they still care?
I know, but then you came out with a comment
He went-
and a
The
question.
hospital comment.
The hospital
Yeah,
question.
bro.
So you
My hospital
you
had-
brought two questions.
Yeah, my hospital question is kind of was referring back to how do I know they still care? Because like you guys trying to say about them reaching out to you things like that. That's how you know they still care.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put him on blast because he didn't reach out.
But you
That's
said
all I'm
we-
trying to know. How do he still care?
How would he know that you're in the hospital?
That's what I'm trying to get. I'll literally try to answer that one question.
What if
No,
he
you said-
what if he
you said
didn't
that
watch
question
your
three times.
story?
Try to answer that
He
question.
didn't watch your story.
That's
or
what
nothing?
the story things had nothing to do with that. I don't know. He's not a social media person, so I had nothing to do with story, right?
Right.
My one thing, because John know every time he's at work or something, once he shut up, like, yo, bro, can you go to my crib, grab something for a nigga real quick, right? He literally hit me up numerous times, like, yo, hit me, can you go to my crib, grab my Nintendo Switch for me? Me reaching out, like, all right, cool, I'm doing something else, but I got you, look out for you. I respond to him the same day within an hour, so. Me, I'm in the hospital now. I'm not gonna put it out there like, yo, I'm in the hospital, come baby me, da da
You
da.
said you kind of did.
All I did
just
was
posted it.
I posted. I didn't tell nobody like, yo, I'm in the hospital. I wasn't trying to make everybody put his attention. I just
Posted
posted out
his
there.
wristband with his name, date of birth.
I put my wrist. I post my wrist.
Let's
No,
keep it
look,
focused.
I
Everybody's
don't
done that.
post shit on social media, so I just post something.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to get at is my man's right there, right? All I did was I reached out and like, yo, bro, you mind just going to my crib real quick, grab my laptop and my charger for me, right? Instead of him saying like, yo, bro, I'm not around right now. Oh, damn, why you need me to grab that? Grab this for you, right? Nigga want a week. Didn't respond to the text, nothing. To this day. So how do I know they still care?
He don't care then. He ain't your boy.
Nigga, that's why.
Oh shit, it's you. Oh.
Not responding to
Wow.
people,
always respond
Wait
to
a
my
minute.
niggas. And why when he
didn't
hit me
see
up,
what he
I
said
call back.
before?
Anything.
2 days later.
Now I know how you really feel.
What's your side? What's your side of that?
Just
now?
answer that question. Did you see his text message?
Yes, I did see his text message.
So I did.
Did you did
My-
you care to answer?
No, they care. They don't care.
Sometimes people see
Okay,
you
so
forget.
okay, can I say something?
Go ahead, go ahead.
He knew I was in Cape Cod, and I
Barely,
get
I
a
forgot.
text.
Let
Not
him
my
speak,
fault, he
let him
forgot.
talk, let him talk, yeah.
I went to Cape Cod the day before. He saw me leave because we had that whole tournament thing. I left and yo, I'm going to Cape Cod, bye.
Yeah.
And I left, and I get this text the next day in the morning saying, yo, can you get my laptop? And I'm just like, why would you send me that knowing I'm in Cape Cod?
Which,
He
so
must-
you knew he was
he-
there.
he-
I literally I forgot.
But so I assume it's a wrong text. Cool, whatever. Then Monday comes, I call him. He didn't answer. I'm like, cool. And I kind of just was working. Like I said, I worked a lot this week. I saw his snap this morning, and I hit him up. And then he started snapping at me saying, yo, you don't fucking care about me. I'm in the hospital. And all this
nigga,
type of
the
shit.
fuck?
And I'm like, bro, why ain't
You
you
don't
tell me?
care enough about him since he told you he went to Cape Cod and you forgot.
First
That's
of
on
all,
you for
no.
forgetting.
Like, he could've just told me
It shows how
Time
much
out,
you
shut
care
up.
about
First of all, he
kids.
told me he went to Cape Cod. He said it at an event when I'm doing a whole business thing. I'm hosting a game and everything. I'm sort of remember, oh, you going to Cape Cod. I dap you like my boy. All right, what? We out. You dap you up. I'm sort of remember you going to Cape
By
Cod.
now you're relaying
Your
the
days are
feelings.
your weekend.
No, yeah, but
Your
yo,
days you not you to work.
you're-
And two, Johnny don't go nowhere.
Yo,
Oh, Johnny
understand,
knows he's at the
understand.
crib
But
chilling.
if he was to come up to me in an event and tell me he was going somewhere, I'll make sure he got to that spot that he got to, and he'll let me
check
know
up
he's
on him,
there. I'll
yo,
check
bro,
up
you
on him,
good?
right? He
You
let
there?
you know he was leaving.
No.
Did you care enough to text him and let him
I
see
dap
if
my
he
nigga
got
up.
there safe?
I dap my nigga.
Did you
up.
text
No,
him,
did
yo,
you
bro? Did
ask
you get
him
there safe?
When he got
Regardless
there,
of-
if he's there
Didn't
safe,
know. I
so
didn't.
you didn't care.
I didn't care.
That's
All I
it.
said,
So-
I didn't
Wait,
care.
you
So
have
y'all-
he
Regardless.
he hasn't
No,
showed
no,
that
So
no,
this
no,
is
no,
why-
Let me get back to my shit.
So we have to say that I'll go into it
I'm
just
No, no,
because
no,
time is going.
I just want to say
No,
one thing. He was snapping me on the phone this morning. I'm like, hey, why didn't you just tell me that you were in the hospital? He's like, I don't need to do that. You do the effort to figure out that I'm in the hospital.
Assumption.
What
This
type?
is, wait a this
You
is
said that.
wait a minute.
Expectation.
This is the problem. Well,
Yes,
this is the
this
problem we
expectation.
have in love
That's
because
conditional
love. Yeah, exactly. That's conditional.
Toxic is
love.
ew.
You cannot have
Reach out,
conditional
nigga, reach
love.
out. All I'm saying
You
is reach
cannot-
out to a nigga.
But yeah, you
I
have.
called him on Monday. Remember?
1 second.
Yeah, I'm all a nigga medicated out cold. And
Wait.
two, I told you I didn't see
Wait
him.
a minute.
I literally said I didn't see his call.
Wait a
fuck?
minute.
And I literally told the nigga I didn't even receive none of his call. I like in my call log, and
Oh,
he said
wasn't
nothing
there?
about Johnny.
But
Ain't
y'all
said
not
no
still
missed call
brothers
from
at
Johnny.
the end of the day.
But
Y'all not still brothers.
Something miscommunication happens.
Oh no
and
no!
it causes a lot
I
of
already
people
told
to-
him. I already told him I'm past the mad point. I just brought it up for the topic because I feel it's a good conversation.
It is, I mean,
I honestly don't give a fuck. No, we already squashed that shit. I just want to bring it up for the show.
So y'all still brothers, man.
but is it?
But
Still,
yeah,
but
they don't
this is
care.
what caused problems in
Oh, God,
relationship
yeah.
with love because people put conditions, expectations. Oh, I don't think she don't love me. No, he don't
Should've
love me.
reached out,
He
little
wasn't
nigga.
there. She should have
You
reached
have
out.
expectations
You
for
gotta
people,
you gotta
but
put the
can't
expectations
expect it
out
to
of
be
it.
the
Nah.
expectation you expect.
I put your high expectation.
It's just like
Nah, you
it's
supposed
just
to
like if you
be
give
one of my
somebody
closest
like
niggas.
you said,
You're
I
supposed to be
expect you
the
next
dog
time
on top of the
So in
dogs,
a-
right?
So in a relationship, you're gonna put high expectations.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's like you're setting yourself up for failure.
We need
I think that's more of an
expectation.
unreal expectation.
It's
There's a difference
I give
between
you snacks, bitch.
expectations and
I
unreal
always want.
expectations.
Everybody needs expectation because when it comes to love, you always need expectations from somebody. I'm not going to
Yes.
go about.
So
being a
that's
bum
how you're
ass
gonna be in a
girl.
relationship?
Girl,
Not
I
unreal.
need
That's how you're gonna
expectation
be in a
to be clean,
relationship?
being a bullshit. That's my expectation.
Are you
Wait,
always
what?
on your stuff 24/7?
Yeah, on my clean shit,
Bullshit?
I'm mostly trap. Bullshit, yes.
Mostly, see, mostly. So that's what I'm saying. Expectation. You're saying you gotta be on this, you gotta be on that. You're gonna be.
I'm not trying to say a person's got to be doing 24/7. That's not what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, I'm still expecting you to still be on your cleanliness and be on bullshit. You don't gotta be, I'm not. Nobody's perfect. Be on that shit 24/7. That's not what I'm getting
But
at.
you know what?
But you still have expectations.
Yeah, but you know why relationship
You seem
fails?
like you want everything
you know
right
why,
done
You know why
24/7.
relationship fails? You know why marriage
Not
breaks?
really.
Because of these
24/7.
unrealistic expectations.
That's it.
This is why relationship fail. Because I'm not
I
saying
guess
you.
I'm not meant for
No,
relationships.
I'm not
man.
saying
I'm
you
meant
can't
to-
have.
I'm meant to just fucking
No, wait a
nut.
minute.
You're not.
I'm not saying you can't have your
You're not.
expectation, but have realistic
say he
expectations.
just
Have
wants
realistic
to-
goals. You can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna do." You gotta do your part too. The other person gotta do their part.
Oh, facts.
It goes both ways. But listen, we can't because we're gonna be here all night.
That is.
Yeah.
I told you, I came up with the craziest topic.
We're
We
gonna
don't
be here
keep
all
on
night.
talking.
Yeah.
There's
You guys
definitely-
keep talking.
Extend the time.
There's
Make it
gonna
an
there's
hour.
gonna be a part two.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I have
But
fun.
before we end, we're gonna go around the room, and
Wait, it ended?
before it ends,
This is-
it hasn't ended yet. But
We got another one coming
before it ends, we're gonna go around the room, and everybody's gonna drop something when it comes to this love conversation. Something deep, not superficial. Like something you can.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to hear from that guy
Something
right there.
something we can say to the
Look at
viewers.
him. Look at him. Look at him.
Big,
Let me hear something.
black,
from you.
and dangerous.
Yeah. Zesty.
Now let's start from this way and go.
No. We introduced this way.
We introduced this.
we introduced
Yeah,
this
so
way.
we're gonna start from. Yeah, we'll start from Johnny and go around.
Yeah. Take him off the spot. Take him off the hot seat.
You're about to be on the hot seat because you're the last person.
Putting himself on the hot seat.
Big boy shut up AC on.
All
That's
right.
why I'm dying.
You go ahead,
So we can
Johnny.
clearly.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really prepared to like say something deep about love.
I wasn't either.
I really wasn't. I was prepared to throw like a nice little.
But anything, whatever comes to mind, just drop it.
Damn.
Can we circle back to me real quick?
Official real quick.
We'll circle back to Johnny.
When you find yourself in a situation where let me start over. When you are wanting to love or you're in love with someone, just make sure it's just very genuine and that it is something that you really want, or just whatever. In a relationship, friendship, just make sure you have a good headspace and that you're settled and you're good.
Yo, for all the people out there,
What the fuck y'all doing like that?
it's all love. You know, you guys ever need someone to talk to, make sure you subscribe because you may never know. I may be the person you guys can talk to.
Phone in.
Phone in. No, I'm just kidding. But yo, anyway, like,
Nah, but if you put in the comments though, we would definitely get
nah,
to
yeah,
it.
for sure.
So, comment
But
up.
anyway, back to it. Like, if you really love somebody, stick by their side. Don't do it for them. Do it for yourself because you love them, but also do it for them because you care for them and also love them. At the same time, take care of yourself, kings and queens, before you take care of somebody else. Make sure you're up to your standards before anybody else is. If you ain't, you never know that if that person's gonna be or if it's not gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
And we're trying to take everything up. All the
Yo,
syllables.
wow.
Can my boy try put a
Wow.
little shine on it?
What I do?
Nah, you
Wow.
took all the good
Wow.
buttons, all the good lines. Like,
You
come
need
on,
to-
boy,
yo,
say
you-
something.
Hey,
Like,
is it my fault I know how to do it?
shit.
It got spicy over here. Wow. Wow.
He sounds
Let's
like
take the
a,
whole
he
cue
sound like a
cloud
talk
through.
show host.
Yo, for real. Okay, Larry King up in this
we're gonna start-
motherfucker.
we're gonna start a talk show.
Wow, Larry King up in this motherfucker.
Larry King was a news person.
I know, but he
Yeah,
still did
facts,
talk show
bro.
news.
Yeah, but he
still
Larry
talks
King
about
didn't talk about love.
Yeah, facts.
He should have, the way how he was aging.
Alright, so what's the name?
Yeah, I want to hear something about you, my boy. Let me hear
Yes.
something from
You
you.
want to hear something from me?
Yeah, from you.
From the heart.
Jeez.
Don't worry, we'll go to you, then we'll go to him. Don't worry.
Love,
about it.
peace,
He's gonna
and
be the last
happiness.
guy.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, I'll be the last. since I'm
Love,
the
peace,
host.
and happiness, and smoke your weed.
No.
No, we're
No,
not
I'm
doing
playing.
that.
No, I'm playing.
We don't
I'm playing.
condone that. We
We're
don't
not-
condone
we're
that.
not promoting
Nah, for real, you guys just gotta love, hear yourself, love yourself, and that's it, man. I don't know what to say. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. If you get it, you get it.
Be there for the people that's there for you. Don't be there for
He
the
took
people
all my
that's not.
ideas. I don't know, man.
that. Johnny, you got something before we go back this way?
Don't compare your relationship to social media
Oh.
or entertainment.
Oh,
Real bad man. I like that one
I
right
think
there.
about
I like that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, come back around for that one. I'm not gonna be more
That's a good one.
That's a
It's
good
a
one.
good
That's a
one.
really good one.
Yo, no, because
I
I
expected like a line of how Lucas said from the same thing. I think
Yeah.
we'll go that same route real quick.
Okay,
Yeah,
glad
same
we're
route.
on you.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we on Brittany. We on Brittany. We on
Oh,
Yes,
Brittany.
you done? Johnny, you done? Oh, thank you, John. Brittany.
To go off kind of what other people said, hurt people, so make sure you self-reflect yourself so you're not continuing and spreading that hurt and hurting people that, you know, you really don't mean to hurt at the end of the day, and messing up relationships, and just be your true self, and the type of people that come to you, they're gonna love you for you, and you should just spread that.
Oh, I like that. Hurt people, hurt people. I like that. That's true. All right.
And you guys have been listening to this whole podcast. I have stated at least once or twice that I am big, black, and dangerous. So I literally don't. I already told you guys that I'm not really at tone with my emotions, so really give you guys in-depth, advice about love. So I'm gonna skip me on this one, but once I find myself, I will come back and give you guys advice. But I just haven't found that.
The only reason why I put you last is because I wanted see what you learned today.
He learned
Oh.
absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
What I learned is, you do gotta work it out. You know, try you not work. Not necessarily. I'm stuttering. My little stuttering's coming out right now.
Nervous.
So
He's nervous.
it's not nervous. But what I learned is mostly like, you know, gotta take when you are frustrated or, you know, you see like, you know, the relationship is not working. You take yourself out of that space right now. You know, have a moment or two to yourself, talk yourself down, analyze the situation properly, and then go in with a clear mindset. That's what I learned. For me to put it into action, that's gonna take some time. So just let me work on that a little bit, and then I'm gonna give you guys a little more, give you pointers on how you can implement those skills. So yeah.
And we always keep it real on the Uplifting Waiting Room.
/ full
Born
podcast.
Selected.
One
podcast.
selected, dog. Don't forget it.
Don't
Make sure y'all
forget it.
Right.
Well,
Big
th-
Black
well,
Danger's out.
We're not
out yet,
We're not out yet.
We're not-
She has to say the outro.
I haven't ended.
She didn't even say her part yet.
You know, the host hasn't ended. He went running out there.
Okay.
See what love does to people that go running out the door. First, I want to thank everybody for being on this episode today on love. Like I said earlier, love is very deep. My takeaway is I learned from everybody today. We talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about how, you know, what is love? Why is it difficult to show that unconditional love? We talked about if you didn't grow up with love, how can you give love to someone else? But what I'll say is, in order for you to give love to someone else, love yourself first. Do you first. A relationship isn't gonna make it better when you yourself is not whole. It's not 50-50, it's 100-100. You have to bring 100% of you, and that other person has to be 100% of them. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to know your weaknesses and willing to work on your weaknesses before you can have a whole relationship. Two broken pieces getting into a relationship, it's not going to be whole, it's going to be toxic. We have to be real with ourselves. A lot of times, we do look at social media and say, oh, I wish I had this relationship, or I wish I could be like them. Don't be like anybody else. Be real to yourself. Be true to yourself, because you don't know what those people are going through. They're showing the good stuff, but we don't know their challenges.
That's in the Bible too. Comparison is a thief.
In comparisons, it is. So you have to know yourself. You have to know your weaknesses. And also, too, always put God first.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a joking matter. I know people say, I don't believe in this. I don't, religion is this. That these people are that. Remember one thing when you say, I don't believe in those things. Yes, it's the people behind the religion that makes it a problem. Look for genuine people out there. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to find genuine people because there's a lot of fakeness. Just like there's a lot of fake love. But you know what? There are 1 or 2 genuine people out there. Look for those people because they'll show. They don't have to say anything to you, but you'll see the light in them. So if you're going through something out there, I hope you had some fun with this podcast today. I hope, with everybody going around, I mean, we got brothers, they mended their beef and so forth. But thanks for joining us. Be real with yourself.
And again, kings and queens out there, make sure y'all take care of yourselves before y'all take care of anybody else for the one time.
Yes.
I'm out of here. See y'all later.
Have a blessed night.
Yes.
Like and subscribe. That's all I gotta say.
Guys.
That's what I said in the beginning.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. She said.